Kia ora from Aotearoa, Poppy here, and just looking at the current ninth wave energies for 10 star, which is beginning very soon. And this is really about transforming challenge and frequency quickening. So I ended up writing, and it turned out to be quite long, so I thought I'll put it into a recording. So 10 star is the 6th day of the 5 NIGHT DAYWAVE, and this is really about getting back into Mother Earth's dream for solutions for her abundance that they dawn upon us. And it's the 10th day of the storm trecena, which is massive upgrades to our belief systems, which is upgrades to our consciousness, and consciousness is what creates reality, so very important energies. So remaining empowered by dreaming with nature as frequencies rise with the purpose of creating harmony. As frequencies rise, the darkness comes up to be resolved. The frequencies are inhibited when the darkness still has a hold. Source is the sum of everything, and love is the everything harmonized and balanced. The light of Source exposes what is in the darkness so that it may be transformed. A great challenge has been programming or socialisation to deny, disbelieve and disregard the darkness that has caused huge trauma and suffering. Unless it is addressed and ultimately transformed, however, it holds low frequencies that continue its agendas on. Our greatest strength becomes our authenticity. To be authentic means to be loving, honest, and true, regardless of the judgments and the backlashes of others who feel challenged by it, because they will. Love is a basis of becoming authentic, and what has carried me through facing my own darkness, accessing memories that are horrendous and beyond comprehension. Everyone has had their frequency challenged by agendas, secretive forces, etc., that have taxed their vibration and robbed them of their authenticity. I have lived with amnesic walls that compartmentalize my being into parts, some that I have only recently become aware of. I am constantly challenged as these parts integrate and whole or heal. I have learned that the emotions that come with this are here to work with me and not against me. I have had to surrender into them, rage and anger, ultimately becoming loving power of expression to expose great darkness for transformation. The storm trecena is very much about transformation. When I was in my 30s, I started to remember a little, but I was also numbing out on antidepressants, painkillers and sleeping tablets. I was guided to drop all medications and traded in medication for meditation, yoga and breathwork. I began to face the dissociation I had been further disassociating from to begin to become authentic. My body and my being were unable to hold the darkness that was unknown to me, and only recently was I able to face it full on. I had to if I wanted to stay alive. Our frequency rises as this transformation happens. We each contribute to harmonizing and balancing the all that we exist in. I used to be angry at God for my perception that he was abandoning me to brutal abuse and neglect. In meditation, I was shown that I had to become the light, love, and truth myself. I was shown that I had to face the darkness as much as the light with equanimity, meaning I didn't favour one experience over another, but rather embraced all for complete transformation. I had to become it, and that nothing external to me would or could do it for me. It's been excruciatingly challenging, however. I look at the world as it is, and I see it's really necessary for all souls who choose to become authentic, to co-create a new reality where we become truly free from the darkness that has been consuming us. There are different ways for it to happen for each of us, and it seems most of humanity won't face themselves and will go onto a reality that will totally split away. The role modelling of masters contributed, and my meditations guided me, although I had to learn to not attach to cults and organisations in the process. In authenticity, we are empowered to rise and quicken stuck and low vibrating energy as we detect it. Our meditations will show us how as we request solutions. We can do this. All our fears, once seen, may be transformed. If we fear AI, for example, it still has power over. But once the fear is surrendered to the light of Source within us and transformed, the intuition of our hearts guides us to the actions necessary in the moment to serve our authenticity. May we propel ourselves forward with rising frequency and the freedom of energy within, circulating well-being, transformation, and infusing love, light, peace, joy, freedom, and authenticity into the all. So much love to you.